We wasn't.
We just keep going.
Okay, we
Uh,
had a little technical difficulty,
oh,
but
okay.
we're here now.
All right.
We're good.
Okay. All right. So Fort Payne leading 47-19 in the fourth quarter, and so they've bounced back pretty well after last week. So
they're playing well. I watched part of that game tonight.
yeah,
They were throwing the ball around and looking pretty good. Played a lot better defense tonight. Of course, it was Etowah, but Etowah's a pretty good team.
oh, absolutely. They they had a tough loss, I think, last week, but and they've come back a little bit in the second half and scored a few points, but so but Fort Payne seems to be rolling right now. I don't know how much time's left in that game, but we'll kind of keep up with that. Scottsboro, they're rolling again this week as right now they're leading North Jackson 44-15. That is in the fourth quarter. So North Jackson scored first in that ball game and stayed pretty close for a while, 17-7 at halftime. Scottsboro's kind of blew it out in the second half.
Yeah.
Down in Sacs tonight, the Sylvania Rounds, man, they are rolling 49-6, and Sacs has just scored the 6 points, I think.
Yeah.
And that is actually a third quarter score. That didn't sound right. Did I say that right?
Well, Fort Payne scored again. It's 54-19 now.
Wow. That's 50 points 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. That offense is rolling.
They've got an offense rolling. So.
Collinsville's leading Gainesville 40. No, that's a final now. Collinsville over Gainesville 47-0.
Wow! Congratulations, 47-0. The Collinsville Panthers and Coach Ernie Willingham, and we knew that was going. We knew they had a pretty good football team.
Yeah.
A couple other scores from not necessarily in our area. We've got Madison Academy is leading Randolph 49-20. That's in the fourth quarter. Pickens County over Brilliant 34-6. That is a fourth quarter score. Final, Spanish Fort defeats Blunt tonight 44-0 in the fourth quarter. And this has been a really good game. Hewitt-Trussville leads Gadsden City 35-27. So Cedar Bluff.
I also watched some of that Hoover game there a while ago. They went into overtime with a Oak Grove team out of, I think, Mississippi that's supposed to be one of the top teams in the state, and went to overtime and got beat 28-21 in overtime.
Wow.
So that's a big bounce back from getting beat bad by Auburn last week.
Yeah. Cedar Bluff is leading Sandrock 28-7. That is in the fourth quarter. Arab leading Brewer 28-13, fourth quarter score. Boaz all over Albertville 41-7. That is in the third quarter. Oxford leading Huntsville 28-6. Haleyville leading Winfield. I'm sorry. Winfield leading Haleyville 20-14. My eyesight, I don't know. I don't know how I couldn't tell what the score was there, but it's 2014 Winfield in the fourth quarter. We have Hartsville leading Jackson Olin 29-8. Ohatchee leads Welborn tonight 26-7. That's in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville over Alexandria City in the fourth quarter 45-21. Up at Pisgah, Pisgah leading 42-27 in the fourth quarter, but that game was 42-6 at one point, and so Lexington has come back a little bit on that game, but Pisgah jumped out. We were up there and they scored 2 touchdowns within 3 minutes of the opening.
Start of the game.
And start of the game. So Douglas leading DAR 41-0. Of course, we gave the final 17-6. Geraldine Bulldogs over 5. The Collinsville 47-0. We got another final in. The Ider Hornets have defeated Asbury 46-13. So congratulations to the Ider Hornets.
We got another local final. Valley Head over Section 56-0.
Wow. We were over for part of that one, and Valley Head was rolling, and Section got down inside the 1 yard line, and Valley Head shut them out, kept them from scoring right before halftime. So a big win for the Valley Head Tigers after a tough loss to North Sand Mountain, last week. Cherokee County defeats Piedmont 26-7 tonight. So big win for
Cherokee County's one of the top 2 teams in the state in 4A.
Okay. And I've got one here, IMG and Thompson, and it says cancel.
Yeah. I don't know if it was because of the hurricane coming in or whatever, but IMG wasn't going to be able to play, so they canceled earlier in the week.
That's right. So that's probably what it was because of the
Yeah.
hurricane. St. Paul's defeats McGill Tulane tonight 14-6. Baker over Wetumpka 33-17. Sardis defeats New Hope 34-14. BC Rain defeats Viger 18-12. Solgent over Fayette County 22-14. We had Auburn in the fourth quarter leading Enterprise 16-14. So that's a close one. Tuscaloosa County is leading Bessemer City 55-27. Glencoe leading Weaver 17-14. That is a fourth quarter score. And I was trying to find, there's somebody that when I was trying to find the score on it, it's on there. Oh, Dade County and
North Sand.
Last week report, it was 41-6. And I didn't even see it on there anymore. So, but man, some great games. And while we got a little bit, we've run down a few there. Wanted to talk a little bit about, of course, I guess, and I know you were, Bum Pickens has got his own podcast now. And so, in honor of him making the big time, if you want to say that, making the big time on the podcast, we're going to start something this week. And it's called. We're gonna have someone to call in, and the whatever number we decide on, whatever, and they're gonna see if they can outpick Bum for next week. So we'll give them the games for next week, and then Bum will do his pickings. If they outpick Bum, they will get a Bum T-shirt. It's got a picture of Bum on the back, and I think it's got a football on the front. We'll have some Kelly Kitchen gift certificates and. There might be some other stuff.
Can I do this?
T-shirts and all kinds of things. So this should be pretty fun. But I think this is probably a great time to go ahead and do that. So, what caller you want?
I don't. You want to just take first caller and let's
first caller? Yeah, let's take first caller. First caller in. You want them to call my phone, or I guess we need them on the air, don't we?
On the air,
okay. So I'm gonna have to give them my number. My number is 601-8528. First caller to 601-8528. You will be getting to pick against Bum for next week. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we'll get a call here soon. But I was trying to get back to my mic is hot. So it's blowing my ears off.
Well, mine probably.
But yours is not bad. Looky here, we have got somebody calling in already.
That looks like.
Let's
get
see
who that is.
Let's get this caller in. Welcome in there, Mr. Speaker of the House.
I think I can outpick Bum.
Wow. Listen to this. So the Speaker of the House is in the house right now, and really he's not in the house, but he thinks he can outpick Bum. So
that's right.
All right, let's put him up here. I'm gonna put Mr. Speaker. And all right, you ready?
I'm ready.
This is next week's game. So we got Collinsville at Section.
Collinsville.
We've got Whitesburg Christian at Ider.
Ider.
We got Piedmont at Sylvania.
Oh, wow. I'm going to pick the hometown team. I'm going to Sylvania.
All right. Fife at North Sand Mountain.
Fife. I figure there'll be a comeback for them.
Oh, yeah. You got Plainview at Geraldine.
Well, Bum may get me on this one, but I gotta go with the Bears.
All right, going with the Bears. All right. Valley Head at Decatur Heritage.
Valley Head.
All right. Sandrock at Pisgah. Fort Payne at May Jemison, and that's a Thursday night game.
May Jemison that's pretty good. Are they in the same classification?
Yes. Yeah, that's the same region, I think.
Region game, yeah.
I think it sounds like Fort Payne's got everything going again. Is it at Fort Payne?
It's at May Jemison.
Yeah. I'm still going to pick Fort Payne.
All right. Cedar Bluff at Woodville.
Oh, wow. Woodville's been playing much better. I'm going to pick Woodville.
All right. Westminster Christian at North Jackson.
That'll be a barn burner. Is it Westminster where the Smith guy from Piedmont's at now?
No,
he's
he's at Westbrook.
Westbrook.
Okay.
This one in Huntsville.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah,
private
okay.
school, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with North Sun Mountain.
All right. You mean North Jackson?
North Jackson. I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. All right, and then the last one you got Boaz at Scottsboro.
Scottsboro's on the roll, aren't they?
I'm telling you,
Yes.
Scottsboro is playing lights out right now. So,
I
man,
know.
what I
Well,
guess
Mr. Speaker, from listening
Yes.
to your picks there, you hadn't just been working at the house. You've been paying a little attention to high school football too.
that's right.
No question about it. I'm a high school football fan. Everybody knows that.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Certain. I think at Geraldine tonight, I went to the Fife Geraldine game, and you got hats off to them. I mean, they were able to contain Anderson and did a really good job of it. And of course, Fife did a pretty good job containing them. But Geraldine just played lights out. That's going to be hard for anybody to beat Geraldine in that
I'm
region.
telling you.
I believe you're right.
We were down. We didn't get to go tonight. We actually went up to Pisgah and then over to watched Valley Head and section. And but I watched Geraldine last week, and I knew they were going to be good. Of course, you know, it's hard to pick against Fife when they've won so many games. So, and I did pick Fife tonight, so I apologize to Geraldine.
Yeah, but you know, they've earned the respect now. If they're going to play again next week, I'll pick Geraldine.
Oh, absolutely, I will too.
I think you'll see both Fife and Geraldine go deep in the playoffs.
Oh, I do too.
There's no doubt about it.
I do too.
There's no doubt about it. Of course, that was not a region game for Fife, so you know it doesn't really hurt them for the playoffs. But
if Geraldine stays healthy, you know they've got a chance.
Oh,
I mean, they really need to show out.
I'm telling you, though, in September the 22nd, Sylvania and Geraldine.
That's going to be a good one. If both of them are healthy at that time, that's
Yeah, and you throw that Piedmont in the mix there. I mean, between those three teams, the people in DeKalb County and on Sand Mountain got a great opportunity to see some great football this year.
Yeah. Actually, Cherokee County beat Piedmont tonight, but
Cherokee County is loaded, this year.
So,
Cherokee County, they played for the state championship last year, right?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
So they got a pretty good football team.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
well, you might want to let somebody else have another chance. I just was watching you guys as I do on Friday nights. I do a great job. Certainly appreciate y'all.
hey, man, we appreciate it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you calling in. This is something the bum has hit the big time, I guess, if you want to say that. He's got his own podcast, and I got to listen to him today, and he's doing a great job. You know,
he is doing.
He's a little bit mic shy to begin with, but he's doing better. So that's a fun little show listening to him, and he had a rough time last week on his picks. And I got to rub it in on him, but
well, you're gonna have to pick one of those games. It may be the one we talked about, either Sylvania Geraldine or Piedmont Geraldine, to have Bomb there so he can autograph pictures for everybody.
That might be a great idea. I like that. So
by that time he'll be feeling pretty froggy about his.
He'll probably have it. He'll be kind of like you, Speaker. He may have his own driver by then. He might steal your driver, by the way.
I don't know about that. Well, listen, y'all keep it up and go listen to the show.
I appreciate you calling in, and good luck. And we'll see how it goes next week.
No, thank you.
All right, thanks.
So since the speaker said that, we'll take another caller this week and see if the next caller, and let them pick. And
absolutely.
See how they do against Bum.
Yeah, we can do that.
We get one more. If we can get one more.
If we can get one more in.
Somebody called.
Somebody was calling when we were talking to him. But yeah, if the next caller wants to call in, we will let you pick the games too. We may have to write them down. I just printed off one sheet, but we can do that. So we can put a check mark by them or something. So
I need to go back through and see if I got any more finals, don't we?
Yeah, I hadn't checked mine either. So, yeah, we do. Sylvania 49, Sachs 14. That is a final. So, and let's see. I'm really looking at games.
Our local teams have really done well tonight.
They have done outstanding. Man, some great football games going on. Pisgah's not a final yet, but it's 42-27.
Scottsboro's a final 44-15 over North Jackson.
I gave you the Ider final, right? We had
Yeah,
that
I
final.
got it. Collinsville, I got it.
Let's see. I don't see any more, but so congratulations, Scottsboro Wildcats. Man, they are rolling along. You know, going down to Fort Payne last week, and then come back this week and played a, I think an improved North Jackson football team.
Yeah,
they hung in there tough with them first
North
half.
Jackson was looking
So,
pretty good.
yeah. So, but I think we're up against a break now. So we're gonna we'll take a break right now, and we come back, and we're still waiting on that second caller. So if somebody wants a chance to win a T-shirt, if you'll just give us a call, we'll be on break for about 2.5 minutes or so. But when you come back, we'll get you on the air. So we'll go to a break.
First Southern State Bank in Rainsville, we excel within the walls of our bank and outside these walls too. We're actively working with area schools to improve classrooms and supporting area student athletes on fields and courts. We work and worship at most churches in the Rainsville community. We also work to enhance the lives of area seniors, thanking them for a lifetime of contributions. We're the bankers and corporate citizens at First Southern State Bank. True community banking.
Stevenson Mayor Ricky Steele and the Stevenson City Council would like to invite you to visit Stevenson, Alabama. We would also like to wish the North Jackson Chiefs football team, cheerleaders, and band good luck this season. Go Chiefs!
Are you ready to turn your backyard dreams into a reality? Look no further than Rawson Pools and Supplies, your one-stop destination for all things pool-related. With over 3 decades of experience, Rawson Pools is the name you can trust when it comes to creating stunning, custom-designed pools that perfectly fit your lifestyle. At Rawson Pools and Supplies, we offer an impressive selection of pool designs, from classic to modern and everything in between. Choose from a variety of stunning finishes and luxurious features to create your dream oasis. And that's not all, we provide top-of-the-line pool maintenance supplies to keep your pool looking pristine all year round. Our team of experienced professionals will guide you through the entire process, from initial design to construction and maintenance, ensuring a smooth and stress-free experience. Rawson Pools, where luxury meets leisure, and your backyard becomes a breathtaking retreat. Contact us today at 25663855904.
Communities don't just happen. They're built by people. From the big moments to the small acts of kindness. It's the authentic connections we make that define us.
Nice.
At Alpha Insurance, we know that every day you're building things that are worth protecting. Because for us, this is more than coverage. It's who we are. Alpha Insurance, building tomorrow together.
Welcome back into the Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show, and I think we got another final in, and I guess this one's a shocker to me.
Yeah.
Not that they got beat, but
we didn't really know that much about Dade County, but they beat North Sand Mountain 55-13. Our local finals right now are Geraldine 17, 5-6, Collinsville 47, Gainesville 0, Ider 46, Asbury 13, Sylvania 49, Sachs 14, Valley Head 56, Section 0, Dade County 55, North Sand Mountain 13, and Scottsboro 44, North Jackson 15.
We got Coach Grant from the Ider Hornets calling in now, so let's get him on. Coach Grant, congratulations, big win tonight.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Man, 2-0 on the season, so
great start, and
pretty good start so far.
Yeah, everybody's still healthy.
Yes, sir. We had one we actually had one of our corners. Believe he broke his collarbone, but yeah, we kind of hate that for him. And everybody else, we think, all right, just a few bumps and bruises. You know how it goes.
Oh yeah. Well, I know you guys traveled down there, and sounds like you had a great football game. So talk to us. Just tell us a little bit about the offense and defense. Who played well for you?
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna have to brag on my offensive line. We just absolutely they dominated both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively, and we were just able to really, by doing that, it opened up other things. I think we ended up rushing for 172 yards, and we threw the ball for about 118. And we were 4 for 5. We didn't have to throw it that much, but when we did throw it, it was big plays because we were able to dominate up front. And they did a really good job. Defensively, our defense just absolutely played lights out. We were swarming to the football. I think they were resetting the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
And trailer, one of our big ended up with 9 tackles. Those 9, 3 of them was for losses. So
wow.
Yeah, we got after it. I couldn't be more proud of them. They played really hard.
Absolutely. Coach, earlier, I guess it was actually during picture day back a few weeks back, and was talking to you out on the field that day, and we were talking about how big your linemen were, your offensive and defensive line, and at that time you said yeah, but you hadn't really got to see them in pads. It was just a few days before you went out in pads then, and you felt good at what you had saw, but sounds like that what you thought it was going to be is what it was. So
I'll tell you what, we spent a lot of time getting ready for this season. We got some kids, and I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with our senior leadership that we've had this over the summer, and kind of the culture that they built, and it's just it's really nice because this when your seniors leave, you have an opportunity to be really, really good.
oh,
Coach can do it, but when your seniors leave, you got an opportunity to do something really special, and that's what we want to try to do. We want to try to go out there and try to do our best. And one thing I'm very proud of, I think against our starting defense, I believe they only had 1 first down all night, and that is that's pretty important to us because that's one thing that I challenged them with because we didn't do a very good job of stopping the run and playing very good defense last year, and they stepped up to the challenge and did a very good job.
Yeah. Well, man, a big win for you, and just I know you like to celebrate this a little bit, and I'm just looking ahead. You'll be hosting Whitesburg Christian next Friday night, and I know that that's a big region game for you, and I know you'll be working hard this week getting ready for that football game.
Oh yes, sir. Our schedule does not get easy, that's for sure, and that's what I told the kids tonight. It gets a little harder each week, so we gotta knuckle down and try to get a little better each week to meet that challenge.
Well, Coach, congratulations, a big win for you, and starting out the season on a good note, and hopefully you'll get a big win at home next week. I know the crowd will be proud to be back home next week, and for a big game against Whitesburg Christian. So congratulations.
Yeah, that's a big region game, and then you go into region play hard right there.
Oh man, yeah, you hit it hard for the next couple of weeks.
So having these two starting out this way and then going into region play, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on starting out with a great season, and good luck for the rest of the way.
Well, I really appreciate it, guys, and it's like I told our guys, these first two, they mean something because you always want to go out there and play the best that you possibly can play. And I told my guys early on, we ain't looking at the scoreboard at all tonight until late in the fourth quarter, and we just keep playing and trying to set our standard play because as we go through this, they don't really matter until you get to region play. They matter, but they really don't.
Right. That's exactly right. That is exactly right. Well, again, Coach, congratulations, and we'll look forward to next week, and hopefully we get to talk to you after a big win over Whitesburg Christian next week.
Well, I really appreciate it, guys, and thank y'all for all you do and for what you do for our kids.
Hey, thank you, and you go celebrate a little bit now.
Oh, well, we're going to try. The weekend sure will be a lot nicer at home.
There you
Yes,
go.
sir.
There you go. You have a great night, Coach, and again, congratulations.
Thank y'all.
All right, thank you. And we have it, Coach Grant. Man, they're getting off to a good start this year. You know, last year they had a lot of injuries and you know, struggled early, and so, you know, had a big game last week, and of course it was a jamboree game, but that really got them going for this week. And you know, you look at the schedule. It's tough, but you know they got a chance of winning some football games.
Yeah, they do. They do.
You know, if they can,
they play well. You know, they could still possibly be undefeated going into Pisgah.
Oh yeah,
and that would be awesome.
That would be. So we'll see how that goes. But
let me run down the local scores again. We've got them all finals now for local teams. Geraldine 17, 5-6. Collinsville 47, Gainesville 0. Ider 46, Asbury 13. Sylvania 49, Sachs 14. Valley Head 56, Section 0. Dade County 55, Northern Mountain 13. I almost forgot what DC meant. Pisgah defeats Lexington 42-27. Fort Payne is the final now, 54, Etowah 26.
Wow.
And Scottsboro's a final, Scottsboro 44, North Jackson 15.
Wow. Man, some great football games, and you know, just a big night for our area.
Our area done well, except for, you know, one or two.
Yeah. Looking at some other scores, we got Madison Academy. They're leading Randolph now 49-20. That's still in the fourth quarter. Ohatchee, and of course Ohatchee, a lot of people know Ohatchee is in the Class 3A Region 7, and with Sylvania and Plainview and Geraldine and all those. And right now they are, and I think Walter Wellborn is probably are they a 4A? They might.
No, they were 3 or 2.
Yeah. Anyway, they're leading Walter Wellborn to 26-7. That is in the fourth quarter. The Boaz Pirates, they're putting it on Albertville Aggies tonight, 56-7 in the fourth quarter. We've got let me slip over here. Cherokee County, of course, they defeat Piedmont tonight, 26-7. Big win for a really, really good Cherokee County football team. So, like I said, they played in the state championship, I believe, last year, and so they've got a good football team. Thomasville defeats. Hey, we have got a call coming in here, so let's get this man on the air. Welcome in, Mr. Roger. How you doing tonight?
Well, I'm just all excited to be here on the Monk and Sammy show.
Well, you may be the only one excited about it. I don't know. I will say we actually had the speaker of the house called in to try to outpick Bum next week. So.
Oh, really? Mr. Ledbetter phoned in.
I'm telling you, he thought he could outpick Bum. So we'll see. You know, that's a lot of pressure on the Speaker of the House, isn't it?
Well, I mean, if y'all thought that had reached the optimum of a celebrity, and now here I am.
You got that right.
Yeah,
you are the man. If he's a guru, you're a super guru. How's that?
Oh, I tell you what. Yeah, I was trying to listen to the Fort Payne broadcast, but it kept cutting in and out. You know, we always had trouble down at Etowah with the internet signal.
There was a couple of games I was trying to listen to on the radio coming back from, we went up to Pisgah and then over to section for a while, and we were listening, and I was flipping around on the radio, and there was a couple of broadcasts. They were having trouble with it going in and out. So, and
maybe something to do with the moon.
It could be.
Could be, because
it could be. That it may be blocking the whatever it would have to block to keep it from working. So.
Yeah, I heard Chris and Brian mention the Monk and Sammy show, so I thought, well, I hadn't heard that title before.
Well, I guess that's okay.
Oh yeah,
Whatever they want to call us is good, I guess. So
yeah, I've
but,
been
man,
called. I've been called a lot of things,
Yeah.
so it's okay.
a big win for the Fort Payne Wildcats, man. Bounced back after the tough loss last week, which I say tough loss, but man, they played outstanding second half last week.
Yeah.
So
Since the halftime of last week's game, guys, they've really been on the tear.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they've scored 105 points in 2 ball games now. So
That's amazing. And then
it's amazing.
with a 1-1 record.
Yeah.
And we did something. I think we did something probably we don't normally do last week. The Dax Venador was actually the Mountain Valley News Player of the Week, even though they lost. But he lit it up.
Oh, I know he had 400 and mid 400 yard wide.
450 something. Yeah.
Four
touchdowns. And I think he may have ran for 1 touchdown.
Yeah.
So total of 5.
Yeah,
so he had a great game. So, but
he really did, and he was up for a few more statewide. Whole thing, about, and I don't think he won those, at least not the ones I saw. But his stats look better than anybody else I saw on there. Really?
Oh, they did. Yeah, I looked at some of those, and of course, some of them are like popular vote, and somebody smart, they can go on there and put something on there that it votes, just constantly votes, and that looked like what had happened to that kid that one time he got beat there.
Yeah, I think so. And losing the game didn't help. But I'm like you. I think that electronic stuff is probably the reason for it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, looking at the score this week, I feel a lot better about Fort Payne. I knew they had a good football team. Again, of course, Scottsboro had a big win over North Jackson tonight, 44-15. But that was a close game in the first half. It was 17-7 at halftime. But
Scottsboro, of course, I guess they're mortal enemies if there is any. So
I heard some of the announcers. It was the Scottsboro announcers before the game. They were discussing the game, and one of them said, if this is compared to like Fort Payne and Scottsboro would be an Alabama LSU.
Yeah.
Fort Payne and North Jackson would be Alabama Auburn.
Yeah. So,
Scottsboro,
North Jackson
would be Alabama Auburn. So,
that's true. I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah,
so, there've been some things happen in that game that you just really can't talk about a lot.
That's right. And probably don't need to talk about.
That is true. We've even experienced a few of those things. Fort Payne, I'm talking about, going to North Jackson. We've had a few events, so we can't talk about on there.
Absolutely, but man, a great win for Fort Payne tonight, and then hopefully they're getting on the road. They'll get on the road now, and
one thing about Coach Elmore since he's been there, that he's really had this history of really bouncing back from things and been able to manage and change things. I think he's really, really good at making adjustments, and that's one thing I give Coach good credit for.
Oh yeah. Of course, I guess you heard the Geraldine Bulldogs upset the Fife Red Devils tonight.
Oh man, that's what, 2 in the last 3 years.
2 of the last 3 years. Yeah, 17-6. It was actually 17-0 going into the fourth quarter, and Fife was able to score, and but Geraldine was able to, and Geraldine held on. They've got a good football team. There's no doubt about that. So, but now,
I wonder what's happened to Paul's pipeline.
No, he's still got the horses.
Still got the pipeline. Geraldine had, talking to Coach Davis over a few weeks back. This was kind of the year that they were looking for. These kids have come up through the program, and we've got 15 seniors, and they are all very good athletes. So, and he's been kind of waiting, chomping at the bits for this year, I think. So, as a great win for the Geraldine Bulldogs. And of course, Plainview gets to travel down to Geraldine next week, so they had a bye this week. So we'll see how that go. Maybe Coach Pruitt's getting things ready for that when they have 2 weeks off to prepare for them. So we'll see how that.
Yeah, you wouldn't think Dale and Jeremy was at that game tonight, would you?
Probably not. Yeah, I'm sure they might have got there. They might have been the first ones through the gate when it opened. The gates opened. So,
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
yeah.
You know, we've talked about how long has Davis been at Geraldine? Since his beginnings there, you know, we've talked about he really looks like he's going to be a pretty successful coach out there at
He's done
Geraldine.
a great job there.
He's been the head coach 3 years.
Yeah, head coach.
That's what I was thinking. We talked about him starting, you know,
I mean,
2 seasons ago.
I don't know how old he is, but he ain't very old.
No, he played there, and I remember very well.
When he played
he
there
was very
too,
good.
So, yeah, he's a good ball player, and he's going to be a great coach too. Or is a
But I'm
coach.
sure he's got that community on fire, you know.
Oh,
yeah. And then we got, coming up, of course, kind of jumping ahead here, but Geraldine and Sylvania. Of course, Sylvania won big tonight. Huge matchup on September the 22nd. And of course, there's some tough games to play before then for both of them, I'm sure. But that should be a big game. Of course, they both met in the 3rd round last year, and of course, the man kid got hurt in the first half. Geraldine was playing real well at that point too, and when he got hurt, so that should be a huge football game here in a few weeks.
I'll tell you, Sylvania's a really good team too.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
And their schedule now,
it's brutal.
they're big sacks tonight. They played Piedmont, Ohatchee, Geraldine, Pisgah the next 4 games.
Whoa, man, that's a kind of a murderer's row. Isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 3 of them must-win region game. Well, yeah, pretty much must-win region games.
Yeah. So that's going to
Well,
be.
you know what's talking about the Geraldine turnaround. You can't leave out Sylvania.
No,
Since you brought them up,
Yeah.
look at the turnaround out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They have Coach Tyler Van come in there. This is
This is probably his 3rd year.
3rd year also, and man, he has turned that program around, and they are rolling too. And we got some great coaches in the region, in the Northeast Alabama area. So,
Well, I tell my buddy Toby McKeon that turnaround's due to him carrying his kids out to Sylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know familiar with the McKeons or not.
I am.
Oh yeah.
But I asked the kid Toby about that. Those boys are playing a big part in the turnaround, as they all are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, that's going to be a great football game. Of course, they got some tough games ahead of them before we can talk about it. They can't, but we sure can. So
Yeah.
we like to jump. We like to jump.
They got a
ahead every
tough
once in a while.
schedule coming.
So, well, let's talk a
that
little
is.
bit. We'll talk a little bit of college ball. It's finally here, I guess, if you can say that. Go back to last night. Man, Utah did a pretty good job on Florida last night, didn't they?
Well, I hated it for the SEC. I didn't
I did
particularly
too.
hate it for Florida, but I hated it for the SEC. That made us look bad, But
Yeah.
Florida just, I don't know. They never looked good at all.
No,
Not even for a few plays.
I thought the quarterback, I thought he would help him. I think he was a 2-year, 3-year starter at Wisconsin and transferred, and he just never could get going though.
Yeah.
I mean, it just seemed to. I don't know. He just didn't ever get comfortable back there. I didn't think. So.
Well, somebody called me and asked me about the game beforehand, and I said, "Well, no, I'm not sure." Which I know Florida had lost Richardson.
Yeah.
And I said, "But Utah likes to pick on the SEC."
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
They've done it a lot.
Yeah.
So, but that
I felt that pain.
Oh
before.
yeah, and then we had, of course, there's some other games. The Nebraska game, Nebraska.
That was a
Minnesota.
thriller, wasn't
That
it?
was a thriller. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a big game. And then Missouri, out of the SEC, which they played well. Of course, the team they played probably wasn't all that good.
Yeah, but they lit it up.
but they lit it up, and
But I'm here 80 miles from the campus of the University of Missouri, and it's just like it doesn't even happen. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm so used to being, especially like home on Fridays, and everybody's wearing their college colors, and everybody's excited about football. And here you mention it, and they say, "Oh, I didn't know that." So,
yeah. So, but what? Well, I know you. I know you said you talked to. You was trying to talk to Saban last week, and his phone went dead. But I don't guess you've heard any more since then.
Well, yeah, I did hear a little bit today. It looks like Milroe's going to be the guy.
Yeah,
So
that's kind of what I thought it would be, but I suspect all three of them will be playing, maybe more than three actually. So
oh yeah,
we'll
that
see how that goes.
Yeah, that one other guy, the fourth
Yeah.
guy, and I just went brain dead on his name. I know it, but anyway, he's been making some gains from what I understand.
I had heard that too, and Saban was real high on him. Had some good words for him earlier, a week ago or so. So, man, it's time, boy. I'm getting excited. Some great games will be on tomorrow. You got the Tennessee Virginia game. I think that's 11 o'clock game.
Nashville, I believe.
Yeah, in Nashville. I was trying to think what else we got. There's several good ones coming in. North Carolina, South Carolina.
Yeah, that ought to be interesting. Yeah. We're back to Alabama just a second, and things you've heard. I was hearing. I just went brain dead on the guy's name. What's the guy on the SEC network? He played at Auburn, but he does a lot of the color. Was a lineman at Auburn. I was just going brain dead. Cole Kublik. He was talking today on ESPN and was saying looks for some big unexpected things out of the Alabama line. He was talking very, very positive about what Alabama's line is going to be able to accomplish.
Oh man, I want to see this. This is my dream: run the football, kill the clock, and play defense.
There you go.
That's it.
I know, we got in this spreading it out, throwing it around, but it seems like those things just come around, and at some point you figure that out, and you always get back to running the football and playing good defense.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, we've averaged plenty enough points, but what the thing I've missed much is that old Alabama attacking defense.
Yes.
Well, that's kind of what this coach's mold is.
Oh yeah.
So Kevin Steele, that's what he likes to do. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think
was pleased with him.
I think it's going to be this is a good, should I say, warm-up game? Maybe Saban's not listening. Yeah. He'd get on to me if I said that probably. But I think it's going to be a good warm-up game for next week. So.
Yeah, and believe it or not, it being that top game, there is a little anticipation because I saw today on RollTide.com where it was now sold out. So.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I actually sold mine today.
I think a lot of people are just curious what we're going to have. They
want to see the new quarterback play and some of these new guys that's coming in. See them play.
It's just been an odd season with just you hadn't heard a lot, and then of course and then when Saban come out and said they wasn't going to give them no depth chart, that just got the curiosity up even more. I think.
Oh yeah.
So
that drove some people crazy.
Oh yeah.
The commentators couldn't shut up about it.
Yeah, I don't. Those depth charts are worthless, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Well, most of the time they'd say John Arcade or
Oh yeah.
Or use the big or word.
Still didn't know. I mean, that wasn't. So of course I know Saban knows who's going to be he's going to put out on the field and all that, and I like the way he does it. I think it's
Tim Brando. It really drove him crazy. He just went off on it.
Yeah.
Anything that gets under his skin, though, I love.
Oh yeah. So, well, man, it's a great night of football, and I can't wait till tomorrow. There's a lot of good games, and we'll see how it goes. I suspect there'll be some lot to talk about after tomorrow. So
yeah, I think so, and that it's an exciting time of the year, my favorite time of the year. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, I am too. Well, man, we appreciate you calling in tonight, Roger, and hopefully we get back with you again next week, and maybe we'll get to talk a little Alabama Texas football next week. So.
Yeah, I'm going to be down in Alabama, beginning next Friday night. Got to be at a wedding, so I don't know. According to how I am, if I can see much, I'll call. But
you may just
I don't know how much y'all know about Fort Payne.
Oh, that's okay. We'll fill you in. We can. You may have to tell them. Okay, we got to stop the wedding. The Monk and Sammy show is on, and I have got to call.
That's what I'll tell them. Hey, this weather's got to stop. Monkey Sammy is on the air.
That's right. Tell them, if they want to, they can just pull it up on the big screen and watch it while you call in.
There you go.
There you go. That would be great. Well, I was saying, I didn't realize y'all were being carried on WZOB.
Oh,
So,
yeah. They started last year, so.
Yeah, that's been on my, that's been my stomping grounds a few times over the year.
Oh,
so.
yeah. Well, Raj, man, we appreciate you calling in tonight, and hope you have a good weekend and a big roll tide, and hopefully get a big win tomorrow.
Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I hope so. And again, been a pleasure to be on the Monk and Sammy show.
Hey, it's always a pleasure to have you on the show, Roger, and we look forward to talking to you again next week.
All right, guys, have a great one.
Yeah, you too, Roger.
Bye.
There you have it, Mr. Roger Engel, and I know we're up against a break, so we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with you in just a moment.
Listen to some of Johnson's satisfied customers.
Everything exceeded our expectations. No one will ever work here other than Johnson. We give them an A+. The crew was awesome.
This is the third company that installed a unit in my house and the first that did it right.
Don't you want to know what type of person is working at your home? All of our employees must pass a background check and are subject to random drug testing.
Six 2113 or drop in at 2402 Airport Road in Fort Payne, Alabama.
City of Bridgeport, Mayor Bubba Hughes and the Bridgeport City Council invites you to come visit historic Bridgeport, Alabama. And a big go Chiefs to North Jackson High School. We hope you have a great season.
At Donahue Chevrolet, our prices are transparent. With no dealer fees or hidden extras, you can drive home happy knowing you got a great deal. This month, our Silverado 1500s are up to $7,500 off MSRP. All of our Equinox are $5,000 off. Tahoes are up to $2,000 off. So it doesn't matter if you're shopping for a Suburban, heavy-duty, Bolt, Blazer, or Traverse. You won't pay above MSRP. At Donahue Chevrolet, our selection and prices are worth the drive.
We welcome you to Gary's Warehouse, where we make it easy for you. Once you make your appliance selections, we load and tie it, we deliver it, and we install it. If you need appliance parts, we've got you covered. At Gary's Warehouse, we do appliances right. Come see us at 2920 Green Hill Boulevard, Northwest Fort Payne, Alabama. We are open weekdays, noon until 5 p.m., Saturdays 9 a.m. until 1 p.m., closed on Sundays. You can call us at 256-845-1505. You will be glad you shopped at Gary's Warehouse.
Welcome back into the Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show. That's one of the things, it's hard to get used to saying that. After what we've had probably we've had so many years of it was the
something else
the other so it's been kind of hard to I catch myself wanting to say something else there, so but we'll see we'll kind of see what how that goes, and man, we'll go ahead and run down some more scores and
well, we got all the local scores. You want to run them down?
Yeah, if you want to run those down. I don't know if we've got more problems. I got the radio station. If our producer will come over here and get this phone, she can call and ask him. I hope we didn't have something on there.
Okay, Geraldine over 5, 17-6. Collinsville at Gillsville 47-0. Ider 46, Asbury 13. Sylvania 49, Sachs 14, Valley Head 56, Section 0, Northern Mountain 13, Dade County 55, Pisgah 42, Lexington 27, Fort Payne 54, Etowah 26, Scottsboro 44, North Jackson 15. That's all our local scores.
Yeah, and then I'll try to run down some more scores from Ohatchee 26-7 over Wellborn. We had Boaz, it's 56-7. That is still a fourth quarter score. Let's see here. I'm trying to scan down here. We've got Cherokee County defeated Piedmont 26-7. Thomasville over Sweetwater 26-13. And we got I think we're having some more difficulties. I'm gonna let you talk here. We've had our internet is doing something crazy, and so I'm gonna slide out for just a second and see what we figure out here.
Okay. Yeah, we're having a few technical difficulties here. So we got Locust Fork 35, Pennington 12. That's not a final yet. Ohatchee over Welborn 26-7. Hewitt Trussville over Gaston City 42-27. Oxford over Huntsville 35-6. Andalusia over Anniston 39-0. I wonder if these scores must not be. Yeah, they are. Valleyhead over Section, we give you that. Colbert County over Sheffield 49-28. Geraldine over 5. Oak Grove over Hoover 28-21. Cherokee County 26, Piedmont 7. Susan Moore 33, West End 6. Cedar Bluff over Sandrock 28-7. Scottsboro over North Jackson 44-15. Collinsville over Galesville 47-0. Arab over Brewer 28-13. Enterprise defeats Auburn 17-16. Montgomery Catholic over Alabama Christian 49-12. Mars Hill Bible over Brooks 49-31. Raglan over Southeastern 13-6. Faultville over Danville 49-12. Sardis over New Hope 34-14. Ider over Asbury 46-13. Hillcrest over Pike Road 30-6. Fort Payne over Etowah 54-26. Madison Academy defeats Randolph 49-20. Clay Chalkville over Hueytown 17-3. Victory Christian over Whitesburg Christian 24-6. Decatur Heritage over Carbon Hill 55-0. Leeds over Pell City 30-23. That's a pretty close game. Douglas over DAR 48-17. Pisgah over Lexington 42-27. Pelham defeats Oak Mountain 24-21. Tanner defeats May Jemison 24-7. They're getting beat 24-7. Sylvania over Sachs 49-14. Saraland defeats Murphy 54-6. Spain Park defeats Briarwood Christian 37-6. Athens has defeated Bob Jones 35-28. Luverne defeats Geneva County 37-0. Elba over Kinston 42-7. Winfield over Haleyville 26-14. Gunnersville defeats Lawrence County 41-7. Viger over BC Rain 26-18. Wilson over Colbert Heights 34-14. Coleman over Jasper in a close one 15-13. Muscle Shoals over Florence 9-0. Grissom over Hazel Green 42-7. Austin over Decatur 35-3. Glencoe over Weaver 24-20. Hanley over St. James out of Montgomery 55-27. Hartselle over Jackson Olin 35-8. Bayside over Pike Liberal 38-6. Elkmont defeats Brindley Mountain 64-0. I was watching this last week. Elkmont won big, and then they've won big again. So they must be pretty good this year.
Yeah.
Hanceville over West Point 29-15. Boaz over Albertville 48-7. Vestavia has defeated Homewood 43-0. Helena defeats Buckhorn 55-7. Isabella over Maplesville 34-14. UMS Wright over TR Miller 16-14. Hubbartville Lions over Summerton Christian 43-0. Southside defeats Oaks Bluff 37-12. Last night, that was yesterday's score. So that's pretty much up to date on all the scores.
Wow. A lot of great football games tonight, and apologize. Our radio deal, every time we have a little flicker, it will knock them off the air and we have to go back in and reconnect something. And our producer, I need to show her how to do that, which I haven't been able to do. So, but we got them up and going again. It really didn't affect us. It was just with the radio station.
Yeah.
So apologize for that. And I don't know what the internet. I'm not sure what's going on with it. I mean, we got it wired in.
The internet's everywhere is kind of a.
And I know even on the other radio stations tonight that has been a problem. So I'm not sure what's going on there. But back to football though. We can talk a little bit now. The Plainview Bears, of course, they had a bye this week after a big win last week. And now they have a huge game coming up next Friday night.
A huge region rival area game.
They'll be traveling down to Geraldine. And I noticed on Geraldine, it's homecoming for the Geraldine Bulldogs against Plainview. So, if you want to add a little fuel to the fire there.
Yeah, no doubt.
That should do that. But, man, that should be a great football game. Geraldine, they're loaded. I mean, they're loaded.
And Geraldine really didn't make a lot of really big plays tonight. They just grounded the ball out just like a 5 does. Just kept going. It may take them 4 downs to get the first down, but they would get the first down and keep moving the ball.
So that's huge. I mean, that's a big, going to be a big game. Looking ahead, next week, Sylvania, they'll be hosting Piedmont. Of course, Piedmont coming off a big loss tonight against Cherokee County, which didn't affect them in the region play or anything.
Yeah.
But that should be a great football game. Of course, Sylvania after last year. Of course, Piedmont put them out to go to the finals last year. So, they're chomping at the bit to play Piedmont next week, and that'll be a huge game up at Sylvania.
Sylvania didn't lose but one player, running back, and they've got 2 or 3 really good running backs back this year. So
I'm just trying to look at all the games. Of course, Fort Payne, they have Mae Jemison on Thursday night, and we'll see how that one goes.
Well, they've got a good opportunity. Mae Jemison lost last week to somebody pretty good, and then they lost to a 2A Tanner tonight.
Oh, okay.
So they're Mae Jemison's undefeated coming into Fort Payne.
Yeah. And probably Valley Head, they have to travel to Decatur Heritage. I don't know. Have you did you happen to see Decatur Heritage score tonight? May not.
I just gave it, and they won like 55-0.
So
over, I forgot who they played.
That should be a great matchup. Seems like Valley Head kind of got back in the swing of things this week after not sure what happened last week. That one kind of surprised me that they lost that football game. So, but we got another caller coming in here. This may be our second caller of the night here. Let's get this person on the air. Welcome into the Scoreboard Show.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Doing good.
Hey, Nick, how's it going?
Oh, okay. I didn't have your name in my phone. I was thinking, who is it?
Yeah, just some random stranger calling in.
It was a little better than what you thought it would be at Hoover tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah, the guys just didn't play very well last week. Didn't execute, very well, and didn't finish the game well at all. And then tonight, I talked with Coach Walter during the week this week, and he said that he thought that this might be one of the more talented teams that Hoover would run into all season. And that's saying a lot when you know that you still got, Hewitt, Trussville, and Thompson, and then, the whole Region 3 slate ahead of you. And Oak Grove was extremely talented, but Hoover played so well tonight, so much better. It was just kind of one of those deals where at the end of the game, it came down to one or two plays, and Oak Grove made them, and Hoover didn't. And so Hoover lost tonight 28-21 in overtime. Oak Grove started the scoring. They returned a punt for a touchdown. Then Hoover answered right back with a touchdown. And then both teams exchanged touchdowns in the second quarter. And then I think both teams scored a touchdown in the fourth quarter. And then Hoover had the ball for a long drive, went down and missed a field goal, then ran the clock out, and then Oak Grove won it in overtime. So
wow, good game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Oak Grove had a quarterback. Their quarterback was A.J. Maddox, who is committed to Texas A&M.
Oh yeah.
He was I think he's a dual threat type of guy, but he didn't run a lot tonight. But he was a very, very good passer.
Yeah.
Well, Nate, we're looking for somebody to pick against Bum Pickens.
Hey, yeah.
So are you in on that? If you beat him, you get a T-shirt.
T-shirt and a Kelly Kitchen gift certificate.
And I could use that gift certificate.
Well, I mean, I come up about once a month, so I mean, I could use the gift.
There you go. So you want to jump in there?
What are we picking?
You're picking our high school games.
High school
local,
games. We got
local high
11
school
games
next week.
For next week, and if you outpick Bum, then you win, and we'll know next week after the game.
Yeah. The Speaker of the House has already called us tonight and picked, so we thought we'd give somebody else an opportunity. And everybody's scared to talk on the radio, so nobody wants to call in and pick.
Yeah.
I'll pick. Now, I'll say this. If this was like circa 1996, I'd wipe the floor with Bum Pickens. When I was living in DeKalb County and living and breathing DeKalb County football, I'd have been all over it. I don't know nearly as much now, but I'll give it a try.
All right. First game, Collinsville at Section.
Oof. The Raleigh Edwards Bowl.
Oh yeah, I didn't think
Lord,
about that.
I hadn't even thought about that either. Wow,
that's true.
You know, Riley, great friend. I hate to pick against him. I think Collinsville has maybe a little bit more built right now. Riley's going to get it going, but I just don't know if he's had enough time yet. So we'll go Collinsville.
All right. Yeah. Whitesburg Christian at Ider.
The private versus public debate. What's Whitesburg Christian's record? We have any?
They got beat last week by.
They got beat tonight too.
And they got beat tonight.
Let's go Ider.
And Ider's actually won their jamboree and won tonight. All right. And then the next one's a big one. Piedmont at Sylvania.
Piedmont at Sylvania.
Piedmont got beat by Cherokee County tonight, and Piedmont knocked Sylvania out of the semifinals last year and went to the finals.
To go to the finals,
yeah. Are there any more Hayes brothers on Piedmont?
No, they're all gone.
No more Hayes brothers. The Steve Smith's not there.
Steve Smith's not there.
All right, my best friend from high school, his son plays for Sylvania. Let's go with the Rams.
All right. Fife at North Sand Mountain.
I mean, I guess I got to go with Fife.
Yeah.
They took a loss tonight, so I think they're going to be in bounce back mode.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Plainview at Geraldine.
Too much blue.
All right. Valley Head at Decatur Heritage.
This tough. Decatur Heritage is pretty good this year. Of course, Valley Head's pretty good this year too. So.
Hey, let's just keep it rolling with DeKalb County. Let's go with Valley Head.
All right. Sandrock at Pisgah.
You know, you always hear, and as soon as you drive and get off the bus at Sandrock, you're already down 14 points. But I believe in Coach Pruitt and the boys. Let's go with Pisgah.
Got it.
And it is at Pisgah too.
It is at Pisgah, yeah.
Oh, good. You get those 14 points back. You ain't going to need them. But go
there
Pisgah.
You go. Fort Payne at May Jemison. That's a Thursday night game.
May Jemison in Huntsville.
Yeah, May Jemison got beat by Tanner tonight and got beat by somebody last week.
And you say they're going to Huntsville to play them?
Yeah.
All right. I like Fort Payne on the road.
All right. Cedar Bluff at Woodville. Woodville had a bye this week, but they beat Whiteburg's Christian last week 40-0.
Yeah. Cedar Bluff, I think, they're 1-1.
Yeah, Cedar Bluff won tonight.
They beat somebody tonight.
It was fairly close, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't. They didn't blow them out.
I don't remember. Maybe 28-14 or
That's
something
that's
like
one
that.
that's kind of a toss-up.
You know what? My very first coaching job ever was doing spring training football at Collinsville, and we had to prepare for Cedar Bluff. They were always sneaky good. Let's go with Cedar Bluff.
All right. And we got Westminster Christian out of Huntsville at North Jackson.
Westminster Christian at North Jackson.
Yeah. North Jackson got beat by Scottsboro tonight.
Yeah.
44-15. But actually, it was 17-7 at halftime.
You know what? Let's go with North Jackson. That may be like the 2000s me thinking, but we'll roll with it.
All right. And then our last one, Boaz at Scottsboro. Of course, Scottsboro's set 2-0, and Boaz beat Albertville pretty bad tonight.
Coach Bell scored 56 last week against Fort Payne, and this week he scored 44 at North Jackson. No.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about Chris. North Jackson.
Yep. I forgot about Chris Bell being at North Jackson. That guy was
at
forged in the.
Scottsboro.
Scottsboro. He came from the fire of 7A Region 3.
Yeah.
So he's had to cut his teeth and against some really tough teams. Let's go with Scottsboro and Coach Chris Bell.
Okay.
All right.
That's
you
all
got him.
All right. So let it be written. So let it be done.
Hey, that's some good picks. There's gonna be some great football games next week. So
yeah.
And I don't know. Bum, he won't do his picking probably till first of the week. So we'll see how that goes.
I know you. I sent you some score updates, Fife and Geraldine. I know you didn't get to see anything about it, but I watched a lot of the game. Geraldine they do basically like Fife. They drive the ball down the field. It might take them 3 or 4 downs to get their first down, but they just keep a drive alive. Ended up, they had to go 4 plays to score, but they did that a lot. No big plays. Neither team really had really big plays. So it was just a really good, hard-fought game.
It was.
Yeah, I know Coach Davis, he's really brought the program along. And is that 2 years in a row that they beat Fife?
No, they beat them year before last.
Yeah. Okay, so 2 out of 3.
Year.
2 out of 3.
Yeah, 2 out of 3.
Yeah, he's doing a great job at Geraldine.
Yeah, and this Monk talked about it earlier. Coach Davis said this is the year he was actually looking at. This group of kids here as seniors.
It got 15 seniors, and I dare say probably all 15 of them probably play.
They're very good. And,
good group.
Yeah.
And Coach Davis has done an excellent job. They're very well coached.
Oh, no doubt.
I did see them tonight at one point. There was a play they really needed, and I did see them call timeout twice, and it was like they couldn't get lined up. But it may have been some kind of trick because they ended up getting Fife to jump off sides and give them a first down anyway.
Ah, okay.
But he called a timeout, went over there and went over a play, and then they come back out and they were trying to line up. And somebody who was one of their best players looked like he didn't know exactly where to line up, so they called another timeout.
Wow.
Playing a little cat and mouse game, maybe.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's kind of what it was.
All right. Well, Nick, man, we're up against a break. We appreciate you calling tonight, and call back in next week, and hopefully you'll get to proudly wear one of those bum picking shirts.
Yep, I'll wear it when I go to Kelly's Kitchen.
There you go.
There you go.
All right. Hey, thank y'all guys.
Thank you. All right.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Mr. Nick Smith, the assistant AD, is that right?
He's an assistant AD,
at
ninth grade football coach, varsity girls soccer coach.
Man,
he does the color broadcast on their high school football games on Friday night too.
So we are set up for the bum pickings over the next for next week. We'll see how that goes, but I know we're up against a commercial break, so we'll go to commercial. We'll be back, and I guess we need to be working on our team of the week. So.
The legend of Zaxby's hand-breaded chicken, the fire of roasted corn, the crunch of tortilla strips, the kick of Southwest Ranch. It's a Southwest salad, and it's not for the faint of flavor. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Hi, I'm I'm Alabama Speaker Nathaniel Ledbetter. Let me tell each and every one of you how much I appreciate you allowing me to serve in District 24 in the House of Representatives. Take this opportunity to wish each and every player a successful year in high school.
It's a new season at Big Daddy Dover's Outdoors, and new owner Mark Dover has put together a strong team ready to get you back in the field. We've tackled high prices and are stocked up on hard-to-find brands like Sitka, Haybo, and more. We have everything you need for the outdoors, and our mascot Lolly is ready to cheer you on. Our game plan is simple. New owners, new attitude, more merchandise, better prices.
Take the winning drives over to Big Daddy Dover's Outdoors. You'll be glad you did.
I'm Jonathan Phillips, Career Tech Director for DeKalb County Schools, and I have David Holt, Career Coach for DeKalb County Schools. We're going to tell you about some of the wonderful things going on in Career Tech education.
Your child and your students need to attend the DeKalb County Technology Center, where students can learn high-demand, high-wage career opportunities right here in DeKalb County. Our welding instructor has offered and taught our students to be very successful not only at state but also national competitions. Our healthcare programs allow students to become certified and certified nursing assistants so they can go to work right after high school. We also have masonry, which is national and state award winners, not only to mention auto mechanics and auto body classes as well.
We also have fire science and criminal justice and our public safety, and cosmetology is offered along with our free engineering and drafting program, which you can go right to work or attend post-secondary education.
And our newest one,
building science construction, is our newest one. We're excited about it. And along with those programs, we also offer agribusiness, family consumer science, and business programs in our high school.
We offer student organizations such as FFA, FCCLA, Skills USA, and HOSA. Our students are always award-winning. We have had at the DeKalb County Technology Center a state officer for 5 consecutive years.
So if your student is interested in a lasting career with great benefits and high wages, come check us out. We're also known for our award-winning work-based learning program, that's recognized by Governor Ivey this past year.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer.
Yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Welcome back into the Friday night high school scoreboard show. And man, I think we've got a treat for everybody. You know, we've been talking about Bum Pickens, and I think we may have him on the phone right now. Bum, are you with us?
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy. Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you on your new podcast that's going. It's on, I think, Spotify and Apple Podcast, and of course, it's on our Facebook page and maybe on some others. But congratulations on, I guess you're a star now. Is that the way that works?
That's what I've been told.
Well, good for you. I actually, we had the you know, we started this new thing, and I hadn't had a chance to run this by you, but so I just kind of took it on my own. We're having callers to call in, and we got 2 that called in tonight that they are picking the games for next week. And if they outpick you, then they will win a T-shirt and a couple other things. So, and our first caller tonight, and you may be familiar with this guy, is the Speaker of the House, Nathaniel Ledbetter. He called in, and he felt sure he could outpick you.
I'd heard of him before, I think.
Yeah. Well, he says he can outpick you, so you better study up on your picking this week.
All right.
So, Bum, man, did you go to a ball game tonight?
I did. I went to the Ida and Asbury game.
All right. Well, I guess they saved you a spot by the fence and all that kind of stuff.
They sure did.
Well, good for you. Ider played a great game tonight. I had a chance to talk with Coach Grant, and you know, a big win for the Ider Hornets tonight.
It was definitely a big win for them Ida Hornets.
Yeah, and well, and I guess we got to talk a little bit about the Fife Geraldine game. What did you think about that? Geraldine pulled the upset this week. You there?
Yeah.
What did you think about Geraldine at 5?
I knew it was going to be a slobber knocker of a game. It could have gone either way.
Absolutely. It was definitely one of those slobber knocker kind of games. And I guess you've made it back home. And is Ethel got you lined up for some hard work tomorrow?
We'll be slaving on a grill tomorrow.
All right, and I guess you'll be watching a little college football and all those things too.
We sure will.
Well, all right. Well, Bum, we appreciate you calling in. We are running behind tonight, and we have got to get another commercial in, and then we've got to pick our team of the week. But we'll hopefully we can talk to you again next week, and we'll see if any of these guys. Also, we had I don't know if you remember Nick Smith. He was a Plainview guy, and he's the AD in Hoover, and he also picked tonight to see if he could beat you. So we'll have both of those next week, and we'll see how that goes. And hopefully you need to guru it up this week and think about who you're gonna pick.
All right.
All right. Well, good time. We're glad you called in tonight, Bum, and we will talk to you. I'll see you later this week as we get ready to work on your podcast again.
All right. See y'all then.
All right. You have a good night, Bum.
See you, Bum.
Y'all too.
All right. There you have it, Mr. Bum Pickens. And, man, he has hit the big time.
Yeah, big podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever that is, I'm not sure.
I know. And to
I
be
don't
honest
know that
with
he
you,
was sure.
he don't know either. he just knows he talks into this little mic and then all of a sudden he's on all these
everybody
radio
knows him
stations.
all of a sudden again.
People starts calling him and say, "Hey, I heard you on there." So,
yeah.
But we got one more break we have got to get in. So we're going to do that. And when we come back, we're going to announce our team of the week.
Kelly's Kitchen is a proud sponsor of the Scoreboard Show. Kelly's Kitchen is open Monday through Friday 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. Closed on Saturdays. Open Sunday 10:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. Come try some home cooking today at Kelly's Kitchen. We promise you won't go home hungry. Considered natural gas for your home energy needs? Convenient, consistent, reliable, always there when you need it. DC Gas, your natural gas provider. The City of Rainsville, Mayor Roger Lingerfelt, Council members Derek Rawson, Brandon Freeman, Ricky Byram, Bijan Tahari, and Monk Blevins want to wish the Plainview Bears football team, cheerleaders, and band a great season. They would also like to wish the Cornerstone Eagles football team and cheerleaders much success this season. Too much blue and go Eagles! If you've got bugs, Safe Solutions Plus, pest and termite can zap your problems away. Give Derek Rawson and the good folks at Safe Solutions a call today and the bugs will go away. Call them at 256-638-7378 for all of your pesty needs. Chandler family-owned funeral homes, serving your family since 1957. We have locations in Rainsville, Henniger, and Geraldine. In your time of need, you can trust our family to serve all of your family's needs.
Welcome back into the Friday Night High School Scoreboard Show. And I guess the first thing we need to take care of is our team of the week. And I don't suspect this will be a surprise to anybody.
I know, and I don't suspect we'll be the only ones that name them. No, I don't believe we'll be the only ones that name them team of the week either.
Probably not. They'll probably be named team of the week all over the state of Alabama.
Yeah,
so
that's a big deal.
So, and I doubt we even have to say what the name is.
Yeah, well, our
People
team of the
probably
week
know.
are the Bulldogs down the road.
That's right, the Geraldine.
Bulldogs.
So congratulations to the Geraldine Bulldogs and Coach Michael Davis. And man, what a great job he has done down there.
Yeah.
And, a huge win for that program. Of course, this is not a region game for either one of them. So, it doesn't really affect any of that, but it's a huge rivalry game. They're just a few miles away from each other. And so, again, a big win for him. So for him and the Geraldine Bulldogs. So congratulations. And now we got just a few minutes left, and we're going to talk a little college football. And I think we've probably run the scores. You want to run them real quick one more time?
We can go over them real quick. Geraldine over 5, 17-6. Collinsville defeats Scalesville 47-0. Ider over Asbury 46-13. Sylvania over Sachs 49-14. Valley Head over Section 56-0. Dade County over North Sand 55-13. Pisgah 42, Lexington 27. Fort Payne 54, Etowah 26. Scottsboro 44, North Jackson 15.
There you go. So that is our local scores. And now we'll talk a little college football. Of course, we talked earlier with Roger about the Florida game last night, and Utah man, they played a great game. But going down the schedule, looking at Georgia. Georgia plays UT Martin tomorrow, and I don't think that's going to be much of a football game.
I don't even think there's a spread on that game.
I don't either. And if you look at their schedule, there's not much of a threat all the way through the season for them, to be honest with you.
Oh, there is a spread on it. Georgia minus 49. And they'll beat that spread.
They'll beat that spread. Of course, you got Kentucky. They'll be playing Ball State. And I don't know much about Ball State, but I say Kentucky gets the win there. Of course, Missouri got the win over South Dakota last night. Big game, North Carolina, South Carolina. That should be a great football game. And
there's a couple of big ones. That one and LSU, Florida State's two big games. Big ones.
Tennessee and Virginia.
Yeah.
I don't know. Somebody told me Virginia wasn't very good this year. And I don't know that. But
the people that pick those spreads or whatever, I'm looking at it, it's Virginia gets 28 points.
Yeah. So, of course, you got Alabama. They'll be playing Middle Tennessee State tomorrow night. And I think that's a 6:30 game, 6 or 6:30.
6:30, I believe.
And I think they had a decent record last year, but they probably didn't play Alabama either.
Yeah.
So, Auburn plays UMass. I think that's a 2:30 game or something. I believe if I looked at that right. Ole Miss has Mercer, and Texas A&M plays New Mexico. So there's not going to be not many of those games. Of course, Florida probably had the toughest game in the SEC, no doubt. And they just, again, the quarterback couldn't seem to get things going. And then, of course, South Carolina, North Carolina, that should be
that's also a 6:30 game.
Yeah. And is that I'm guessing that North Carolina is a favorite in that game?
2.5 point favorite.
Yeah. So, but that should be.
I don't know about that. I mean, they're pretty even. It'll be a pretty good game.
South Carolina, came on strong at the end of the year last year. Played
did.
Really well. And Coach Beamer, he does a great job. His dad was the coach at Virginia Tech for long as I can remember.
Yeah.
I remember. And his dad was actually coached under Paul Bear Bryant at one time. So got some good genes there.
Yeah.
That's for no doubt about it. So but that, and of course Tennessee, they lost Hooker, the quarterback, and they got the kid that kind of been waiting in there, and I can't even think, Milton.
Yeah, he took Hooker's place when Hooker went down last year at the end of the year.
And so see how that works out. But that should be probably a pretty easy win for Tennessee, I dare say.
Yeah, I think so.
And so we'll see how that goes. Of course, Ole Miss, gotta like Ole Miss.
And they play Mercer.
They play Mercer. Yeah.
Who just played Mercer? Was it JS? No, JSU played UTEP, wasn't it?
Was it North Alabama? University of North, was it?
Yes,
I believe it
North
was.
Alabama. So Mercer was a really good team in that division they're in last year.
Yeah. So, and I know
but Ole Miss is going to be pretty good.
Jack State plays Tennessee Tech, or I don't know if it's Tennessee Tech. It's Tennessee somebody. So, and they've got they had a big win last week. We didn't talk much about that. With a big win over UTEP. So, man, a lot of and then we talk college ball, but then we've got Pee Wee football.
Big games for Plainview tomorrow, but they're not close. They're at Hopes
Bluff, and I'll be getting up early and traveling to Hopes Bluff, and I'm sure you will too.
I will. That's big region games. So.
Oh yeah, and that should be my understanding is that all their teams, the C, B, and A teams, are all
pretty
good football teams. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But man. again, we just some great football tonight and a lot of great football. I don't know. Did we talk about next week's games? Did we cover it?
Well, we just talking about when we was picking them. We talked about them. So
yeah, that's true. We did pick them there.
Yeah, or we didn't pick them, but they
we
picked
didn't,
them.
but they picked them.
I'm not ready.
There's me either. There's going to be a lot of great games next
Yeah.
week, and Sylvania, Piedmont. I mean, you just go down the line. Plainview and Geraldine could, should be a fairly decent, good ball game.
Yeah. Valley Head, Decatur Heritage is a good game.
Yeah, Valley Head, Decatur Heritage, Fort Payne, May Jemison should be good. Cedar Bluff, Woodville.
Yeah.
Woodville is a very improved football team. So we'll see how that goes. North Jackson, they kind of get into the region play.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works out. I think they're probably a little better than they were last year. And
I
I
think
know they played a really good team tonight. We'll see how that
Mhm.
goes. And so a lot of good football. And the first one I hadn't even thought about. Collinsville section. You've got Riley Edwards, who's that section, who was at Collinsville, and
that's what Nick called the Riley Bowl
coordinator. Yeah, so
I didn't even think of that.
That will be a huge football game. Riley's going to be fired up to win that football game. So, but I know him and Coach Willingham there. They go back a long way.
Yeah,
so
they do.
We'll see how that goes. But man, it's been a fun night.
Yeah, we had a good
the
time.
Kinks were better this week, better than they were last week,
Yeah.
and we had the one little hiccup, and I don't know. I know a lot of people's having trouble with their internet right now, and a lot of radio stations and different ones. So
something's
I'm not
going
sure.
on. I don't know.
Not sure what's going on, but I think it was better tonight than what it was. I think we fixed their mic problems. Hopefully.
Yeah, it seems like it.
Seems like those were better. And anyway, it's been a good night and a great night for football. And, we hope to see you guys back here next Friday night. We'll be on at 9:30. Of course, we'll do our pigskin preview show. We'll be coming up. I think it airs on Thursdays usually. So that should have that. And then we'll have the Bum Pickens podcast for week number 2 coming up. So you guys tune in and have a great weekend, watch a lot of college football, and we hope to see you back here next Friday night at 9:30. Hope y'all have a great week, and God bless each one of you.